Hi everyone, my name is Courtney and this channel is Chaotic Crafting with Courtney. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you. If you are new here and would like to subscribe, please do. This is a channel focused on my cross stitch journey, crocheting, and some diamond art, mostly cross stitch though. I also am going to introduce some of my reading as well because when I cross stitch, I listen to audiobooks almost all the time. So I'm going to introduce that as part of this channel. If that's something you'd like to follow along with, please join us. This is Flosstube number 4, and I attempted to videotape this back at the beginning of March, and it did not work very well. I hated it once I was watching it back and all these other things, and so I haven't done anything with it since. So I am going to re-video everything. So we'll discuss some of my cross stitch through February, and then I'm also going to include everything up until today, which is Monday, March 17th. The agenda for this video is going to be the stitch counts for February through today. I also have some haul to go over. We'll talk about my reading recap in February, my reading recap for February, and then also some life updates. So let's get started with February stitch counts, February/March stitch counts. So let's talk about my WIP goes first. I am joining WIP Go. My goal for WIP Go is 1,000 stitches in the particular piece that comes up. So for February, I mostly stitched on my WIP goes because I did not do the 2 for January. And so I had 4 projects to catch up on. So for January, my mini Red Queen Red Dragon popped up. So here is her. She is looking beautiful. She is stitched on 18 count Ada, 4/110 stitch. DMC floss. Artist is Elena Lazareva. This is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Full title is Mini Red Queen Red Dragon. I put in 3,128 stitches on her, bringing her to 18,459 stitches total, which is 23.28% complete. It's beautiful. Okay. The next piece for January WIP Go was my Deadly Aquarium. Artist is Lola Crow Cross Stitch. She charts all of her own stuff. It is stitched on 18 count Ada in a late blue. I did not meet my goal for this, which was the 1,000 stitches. I only put in 435. I mainly focused on all this blue right here, the blue Sharky, and some jellies up here. As I was stitching this, I finally figured out that I am a full coverage girly through and through. I do want to stitch non-full coverage, but they just don't appeal to me like they do the full coverages. So one day this will be finished, but not this month. So the 435 stitches that I put in brings it to 9,201 stitches, bringing it to 49.4%. Okay, that was the January WIP goes. February WIP goes. Flower Shop by Luca S. They are full kits. The fabric, everything comes in them that you need. So this is a 16 count Ada, and I put in 1,004 stitches, bringing it to 3,959 stitches, 10.11%. I mainly worked right here, and these are 2/1 full cross. I cannot speak highly enough of the Luca S kits. I think they're fantastic. Their thread is great. It's going to be a beautiful piece. Next WIP go for February that came up was Mini Gardener's Paradise. Ooh. Okay, oh, camera almost fell over. Let's take a drink. Pray it doesn't happen again. Okay. Mini Gardener's Paradise is by Donna Gelsinger. It is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This was part of my January 5 new starts of 2025. It is stitched on. It is stitched on 25 count Lugana. When I first started it, it was 1/1 full cross. I did not like it. I converted it to 2/1 10 stitch. It definitely is bulkier, but I enjoyed stitching the 1,000 stitches way more than I did the previous 1,000 stitches of 1/1 full cross. So with the 1,002 stitches that I put into it, bringing it to 2,003 stitches total, which is 2.57%. She's a beauty, going to be a beauty. Okay, those are the 2 WIP goes for February. 2 WIP goes for March. I am going to say that I completed them already. The first one I think is going to be a permanent UFO. This is As the Mountain Sings to You. It's a pattern, Mariska Art. I found it on Etsy. It's a beautiful picture. I hate stitching it. And I think it's because everything is so pixelated. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it's very confetti heavy. There's not a whole lot of blocking. And even in spots that look like there's blocking, there's just nothing but confetti. I like me a good confetti, but I don't want my entire piece to be confetti, which this will be. So I put in 234 stitches, bringing it to 2,028 stitches total, 4.28%. This is a 20 count Ada. I was doing 2/1 full cross. I don't like it. You will most likely never see this again. Okay. And March's last WIP go, my Mini Mermaid at Sunset, which is a focus piece for me, came up. I'm unwinding her off of the scroll so you can see the full effect. She is gorgeous. I put in 3,315 stitches on her, bringing her to 51,135 total stitches, 64.75%. And here she is. Look at her. She's so pretty. I came across, so I do 10 by 20 towers. And so I came across this way. She's gonna be amazing when she is washed and framed. And look at this little seashell conch is starting to come to shape right there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So January, February, and March WIP goes are caught up. Then the next WIP go, she usually posts them like 5 days before the end of the month. So I will know soon enough for my next WIP goes, but we are caught up for now. I worked on 3 other projects so far in this month. Not that one. Sunflowers and Sunset. It is a design I found on Etsy. It is in all Russian Slavic letters. So other than Sunflowers and Sunset, I can't tell you anything else about the pattern. It is gorgeous. I have put in, so in the month of February, I put in 251 stitches, bringing it to 632. And then to date, since the last time I physically showed it to you in my last update, I put in an additional 720. Oh, sorry. So this was one of my January 5 starts, five new starts of 2025. I started it on January 31st, and I put in the initial, like, I don't even know, not very many. And then when I went to film the January update on February 1st, I'd already put in 251 stitches. So that's where that came from. I did not stitch on it up until a couple days ago, and I've put in 720 stitches since then, bringing it to 1352, 6.4%. A lot of this right here. There is a needle because I literally pulled this off of my stand to film this because I've been working on it all day. Oh, sorry. Excuse my face. 25 count Lugana, 2/110 stitch is my go-to. Unless it's an 18 count, which I do love 18 count, 2/1 full cross. The mini dragon, mini queen, mini dragon, 4/1 tent. I will not do that again, but I like how it's working. Okay. The Grand Library. This is my largest piece that I have on the go. This is one of my first pieces that I started after I got back into cross stitch a couple years ago. This design is by Amy Stewart. Started by Heaven and Earth Designs. This, you can actually see like this is all I've gotten stitched. I have put in 738 stitches on this, bringing it to 37,521, 9.32%. I mainly worked right here, and because I was coming across the page, and I can't do these two columns. It's very difficult trying to, because I can't really park anything right here because of the Q-snap. So I came back down and was doing some of this. This whole section is very confetti heavy because it is literally the end of the shelf. So my 10 by 20 blocks are like literally a third of them are this shelf, and then the other third is like the trees and the skyline for the shelf below. So it's slow going, but it's coming together. But it was very confetti heavy, and I was looking for something a little bit more monotonous, so I switched it up. This will come back in a couple days. And last little bit of like crochet things. It's not crochet. What am I talking about? My last little bit of any type of stitchy stuff isn't necessarily stitchy, but it is my Jelly World with the Heaven and Earth Designs Stitch Along 2025. I am doing it via Diamond Art. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen because it is on my stand. I don't want to pull it off. I have put in, since the last time you saw it, I have put in 4,735 diamonds, bringing it to 12,499 diamonds laid, which is 13.85% of the total. It is, the designer is L&L Designs, started by Heaven Art Designs. Obviously, since it's part of the Stitch Along, you cannot get this chart anymore. It was only available during the Stitch Along. But I wanted to be able to actually finish this in my lifetime and relatively soon because my stepkid absolutely adores jellyfish, and I saw this artwork, loved it, and I'm making it for them. So yeah. Okay. Well, we can check off the stitch counts off of the agenda. Now let's talk about haul. I got a few different pieces of haul for a bit. Let's talk about my kits. I went on a shopping spree. Technically not the Luca S website. It was off of 123stitch.com, but they have some Luca S kits that were available that lucas.com did not have. So I bought them off of 123stitch. This is the first one I bought. It's called Northern Lights. All of the kits contain 16 count Zweiert Ada, and Luca S has their own thread in them. And they are beautiful. And I was 59 colors in here. This is going to be my birthday new start. Beautiful. Okay, is that kit. Next kit is called Summer Perfume. Oh, look at that glare. There we go. Look at all those beautiful flowers. Sorry about the glare. There we go. 16 count Ada. Beautiful. And then these 3 kits are kind of a group. I was only able to get 3 out of the 4. The winter was not available, but I did get spring. Spring. Comes with the hoop as well. Summer. Autumn. They're beautiful. Very excited about those. And last haul for cross stitch related. I don't know where my papers went to. That's great. Last bit of haul for, I'll just put pictures up on the screen. I bought I don't know what I bought. Hold on. I put them in here. Ha ha ha. There we go. Okay. Okay. I found them. Okay, I bought All Seasons Flower Shop by Lars Stewart. Started by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is a regular size. I looked at maybe ordering a mini version of it, but there's just so much detail. It would be insane. So I do have some fabric for this. At one point, I had a Thomas Kincaid standard size from Heaven and Earth Designs that I was going to do, but this calls to me more. Okay. And then one more pattern that I bought, Mini Farm Stand by Donna Gelsinger. Look at it. So pretty. Okay. Okay. So we got the Luca S kits, the patterns, other haul. So it is my birthday month. My birthday was on the 8th. So my husband took me to Barnes & Noble. Of these stacks, the stack of books I'm going to show you, I only bought 3 of them on my birthday. The other 10 I've bought throughout January and February as well. But I'm going to go through them. So I bought Road of Bones and Kingdom of Cloth Ashen series. These are next on my Audible list, Demi Winters. I've heard nothing but good things about these books. And so I already bought them as a trophy preemptively. Because let's just be honest here, I don't read physical books anymore. I have a Kindle. and I have audio. And I converted myself to the Kindle many years ago, and I have attempted to go back and read physical books, but there is just something about them that my brain, I can't focus on the page very well. So these are trophies. Trophies. Only about half of what's on the 75% of what's on this shelf I've actually read. Otherwise, they're trophies or because they had a pretty cover. Okay, so there's that one. And then this is A Song of Ash and Moonlight by Claire Legrand. This is the second book in the Middle Mist trilogy. The first one is A Crown of Ivy and Glass. I have this one. I have not read this one or the first one of this one either. But I have them when they do become 5 stars. Okay. Juliet Cross, A Rebel Without Claws. I have read this book. It was a cute little shifter book. And Don't Hex and Drive. I have not read this one yet. Where's the other one of this? Oh, here we go. Haunting Adeline and Hunting Adeline, the Cat and Mouse duet by H.D. Carlton. I have read these, and they are both 5 stars. Cold Hearted by Heather Guerrero. 5-star book too. Quicksilver. I read this, listened to this last month. This is a chunky book. Absolutely loved it. And so far, this is contending for top book of the year. Onyx Storm, of course, I had to get this. I am a Fourth Wing girly. Absolutely love the books. I've not read this. I just read Iron Flame. I will not read this until the closer to the 4th book coming out, because I'm terrible at remembering things. So if I read this now, I'm gonna completely forget. So we're gonna wait to read that. One of my 5-star reads for the month of February, The Serpent and the Wolf by Rebecca Robinson. Let me see. J.T. Geisinger just re-released these books. I think she's being traditionally published rather than indie published. So these are different covers than what I'm used to, but I've listened to both. I've listened to all 4 of the books in this series, and they are fantastic. So I bought the books as 5-star read trophies. And last book of the haul, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. The cover is amazing. I don't even know what it's about, but it's cute. That is my book haul. Okay, let's kind of not necessarily switch gears, but that is kind of the segue into the reading update. So if you don't care about reading or whatnot, have you, by all means, go ahead and switch to another channel, another episode, whatever. But I want to start incorporating my reading habits into kind of the update because it's something that I do all the time. So for the month of February, I read a total of 6, 7, 8, 9 books. 6 of those books I've fully finished, cover to cover. 3 of those 9 books, I read more than 50% of the book, but I did not finish it. And then I had 1 DNF less than 50%. If I read over 50% of the book or listen to over 50% of the book, I count it towards my titles read because we're rounding up. Duh. I am a romance reader. And then within romance, I read many different categories. So of the 9 titles that I read, 4 of them were fantasy. 1 was a shifter, 1 was a monster romance, 1 was paranormal, 1 was sports, and 1 was Omegaverse. If you don't know what Omegaverse is, don't worry about it. 9 books, 5 of them were Kindle, 4 were audio. I had 2 5-star reads, Quicksilver and The Serpent and the Wolf. I had one-star read, two-star reads, and 4 3-star reads, and no 4-star reads. My favorite book was Quicksilver of the Month. Yeah. So that was my reading for the month. I'd be more than happy to do a more in-depth kind of reading recap. If you'd like, leave me a comment and I can do that for you guys. I just don't want to go too deep into it in this particular episode. Okay, reading updates for February are done. Excuse me. Life updates, like I previously said, it is my birthday month. So I actually was on PTO all last week, and I took my 9-year-old to the Kelsey Ballerini concert. She came to us here in Seattle, and it was fantastic. I feel like I had more fun watching my daughter enjoy her first concert. So that was fun. And then I went to bingo for my birthday, and I won one of the bingos for one of the prizes, which was great because this is my 3rd time going to bingo and I'd never won before. So that was fantastic. And for a birthday present, sorry. For a birthday present to, not necessarily to myself, but for my birthday present, I went and got, I can't see them. So I already have 2 holes in my ears. I went and got a third. And then it's kind of difficult to see, but I got my conch pierced as well. So those are my birthday presents to myself. Yeah. Nothing else really happening, but okay. That is all I have for this monthly recap, month and a half recap. If you guys have any questions or things you want to see more of, please leave a comment. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me a lot. But otherwise, I will see you hopefully in a couple weeks with another short update for the rest of March. Thanks, guys.